Hey, what's up everybody? It's DaYDreaMz. Welcome back to the channel for another video here in Immortal Conquest. So, I've been playing a lot of Immortal Conquest, and I'm starting to finally understand the GAIRO, the troops, and improving your march so that way you're a little bit stronger and you can take more tiles and you can defeat your enemies. So, we're going to talk about that today. The first thing I want to talk about are the rarity of the GAIRO. So, you can see the gold ones. These are my legendaries. I have them ranked from 5-star, which are the gold ones, all the way down to 1 stars. Now, the golden ones are legendaries. The purple ones are your epics. Those are the two that you're primarily going to use when marching. The rest of your GAIRO, you're going to break down either into skill XP, which will be your 1 and 2 stars, and then your 3 stars you will dismantle to get specific skills, like these skills here. So you're going to break those down. Same with a lot of your 4 stars as well, which I'm going to be doing here in a little bit in my next video. So right now, let's go ahead and get into the troop types. So basically there's a different troop type. There's infantry, cavalry, and archer. Each have their own specific role. Your infantry, of course, what you're going to use to tank for the rest of your troops so they can kill the enemy units. So like Hades, for instance, is an infantry unit. Thea is an archery unit. We've got Gaia. She is also an archery unit. Ymir, he is a cavalry unit. Where is my favorite cavalry unit at? Where is he? Cuchulainn. He is a cavalry unit as well. So you've got different unit types for different GAIRO. So next we're going to talk about the cost. The cost is pretty important because if you go to like my marches here, you will see that if you click on this, I've got at the top left here, you'll see where it says cost, and I'm at 8 out of 9. So I can afford one more cost. So what the march I have now is when I only had an 8 cost. So this is all I could use was a 3 cost. If you look at the bottom left of each GAIRO, I could use a 3 cost Hades, a 2 cost Apophis, and a 3 cost Prometheus. So this is what I had to work with. Now that I have an extra troop cost, I can sub out Apophis and put in another legendary GAIRO for a very, very strong march. So you want to pay attention to the cost because you're going to need to, mix and match based on cost and the layer that you want to set up. So let's go back here and go into the GAIRO and I'll show you the levels. So guys, leveling is so important in this game. This is a mistake I made earlier. You can see my Thea is level 27. My Gaia is level 27. Now they're all in my second march because I started to level up my main march, which is Hades, Prometheus, and Apophis. So you get a lot of experience, and you want to get that experience on your best GAIRO so that way you can build a march that you're going to need. Now, also, sometimes you have to use what you've got at the beginning, but don't be afraid to sub in your better GAIRO, and it'll slow you down for a little bit, but you are going to gain that experience and get your levels up on your GAIRO. If you actually go to here and look at your attacks, like level 4s are getting me almost 5,000 experience. You can see I got about 5,000. You can look here, this is another one, almost 5,000. Let's find where I hit a level 5. Here we go. So level 5s are getting you almost 10,000. They basically almost double each and every time. And you can see I got a level up there on Ymir. He went up to level 24 on that attack. So that is the levels. Next, let's talk about the realms. Something very important because you can get bonuses with having units from the same realm, GAIRO from the same realm. For instance, Balor, he is a Celtic GAIRO, and Cuchulainn is also a Celtic GAIRO. So when they're from the same realm, they can sometimes get bonuses. Let's go and find Ymir. He is from the Nordic. So is Njord. He is a Nordic GAIRO as well. Let's go back to my GAIRO list. Gaia, a Titan. So you can look through all the GAIRO and tell, like Apophis, he is Egyptian, and they all have different colors. Like, see how they're the green in the background of Balor and Cuchulainn, and then you've got Apophis is yellow because he is the Egyptian. Then you have the blue here, the purplish for Titan. So you got different colors for each of the different GAIRO. So let's talk about the troop rules, such as spirit attack, defense, and all of that. So if you look here, you'll see that Hades has 73 attack and 151 spirit, 117 defense, 43 speed, and 44 siege. The ones that you want to pay attention to, especially at the start, are the attack and spirit. That'll tell you if it's a spirit attacker or an attack, and that'll tell you what skills to put on your GAIRO. So, for instance, right now I'm working on a skill called Shock, which is really good on a unit like Thor, or a strong attacking GAIRO, or even a Balor. You can see he has a 92 attack and 68 spirit. So you definitely want to set up your GAIRO, even on a Ymir. You want to set up your skills to match the type of attacker or defender that your troop is. Next, we're going to talk about mixing and matching the GAIRO to complete your lair. So, for instance, let's go to my lair. Now, my lair isn't perfect. Remember, I had to use what I had. I had to work with what I have at the time. Now I'm going to be improving it, but usually you want to have your infantry in the front. Now, you can see there's different ranges on these GAIRO as well, which is something that I really want to talk about. Before I get into that, I'm going to talk about the range. You can see next to the troop type, bottom right of the cards, you can see that there's a 1 next to Prometheus, a 2 next to Apophis, and a 3 next to Hades. That is the range of your unit, which is very important. You want to have them layered by range. So, your front line, Prometheus, has a 1 range, so he's usually going to want to go more towards the front. And then you can see Apophis has a 2 range, and Hades has a 3 range. Even though Hades is an infantry, he still has a 3 range, so he performs almost like a ranged attacker. Let's go into my second layer, so you can see even more of the ranges before we get into mixing and matching. So you can see that I had to just work with what I had, but I wanted to show you that Thea has a 4 range. So there's GAIRO with very far range. Ymir has a 3 range cavalry, and Gaia has a 3 range archer. Now that I can switch this layer up now that I got Balor. So once you get different GAIRO, you can then switch them in and improve your layer. Because that's what I want to talk about now, is layering. The range was something very important to talk about when I got into the layering. So usually you want to have an infantry or cavalry or something with a low range up front. And then secondary, you'd usually want to have like a cavalry or an archer or a ranged infantry here in the center. And then whatever has the longest range, traditionally you're going to want to have in the rear. So you definitely want to, and also you have to mix and match your skills, because you don't want to have 2 people with the same skills, because it won't work as well as if you have them each with different skills. So I got like lightning on him, I've got contrition on Apophis, and then Prometheus has cure. Now my goal is to get shock on Balor and put him maybe in the center. Let's go check Balor's range, and then I'll be able to tell you what we could do with him. He's got a 2 range, so he could go even behind my Prometheus. But the thing is that you want to also try to mix and match your team based on their realm, because you can get realm bonuses as well. Also, guys, something I wanted to add in here: if you don't have any idea how you want to set up or what you're doing, you can go here to troop recommendation, and it can give you ideas of what GAIRO would go good together. So you can see it'll show you Hades and Aphrodite in this layer. If you click on another GAIRO, you can go to troop recommendation, and you can see that you have all Egyptian GAIRO in this layer recommendation. So this is based on expert players and experienced players, how they have their setups. So if you go here to Balor and hit troop recommendation, you can see that is exactly who everyone told me that I need to set it up with. It's like a Celtic setup. So you definitely want to check out the recommendations, talk to your friends, and you'll be able to find a good lair setup. Like right here, Ymir, Thor, and probably, yeah, you can see all these, they're setting their lairs based on the realms. That gives you the bonuses, which are very, very important. So guys, I will have a part 2 of this video where we get more in depth in this. So thank you guys so much for watching. You already know it. Team makes your dream work. Please smash the thumbs up button before you get out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.